Ugh.
Well, okay, let's do our local interest story real quickly here, because speaking of somebody who didn't run in when he had the opportunity to do so, and that's a sergeant in the Broward County Sheriff's Department, Brian Miller, that we're all probably familiar with. We all remember him, although we may not know his name, but we remember the video of him not going into the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida, right? And that was in February of 2018. That wasn't all that long ago that the Parkland shooting happened. And, of course, that kicked off a whole firestorm that wound up engulfing also the sheriff at the time of Broward County, Scott Israel. He was removed subsequently by the governor and replaced by Sheriff Gregory Toney. And Sheriff Toney last year in June of 2019 fired or terminated Brian Miller, the deputy who was basically hiding behind a pillar and didn't go into the school to try and stop the shooting that was ongoing. Now, an internal investigation found that Deputy Miller had neglected his duties. He failed to coordinate or direct other deputies' actions, and he did not direct or coordinate an immediate response into the school. And it found that all of those reasons gave rise to a basis for terminating him over a year later. Now, what's happened since then is an arbitrator has just ruled that the Broward County Sheriff's Office failed to afford Deputy Miller due process. What is due process? Well, it basically means an opportunity to know what the charges are against you, to meet them with your evidence, to confront the witnesses, things like that. It doesn't mean maybe all that much more than the opportunity to know and present your own defense. So I would assume he got that at some level in the internal investigation, but they said no. And I don't know all the details of why the arbitrator ruled this way, but the arbitrator found that the sheriff's office failed to afford him due process, so he will be reinstated. He will receive back pay, missed overtime, accrued holidays, and other benefits to which he would have been entitled had his employment been maintained. Now, what I'd like to know, personally, is did this guy go out and get another job, or was he just hanging his hat on, I'm going to sue to be reinstated? Because most people can't afford to do that, so I think he probably got another job is my guess. He's probably working somewhere, right? Mm-hmm. Do we get credit back for the money that he earned there, or does he get double paid now? I mean, is that the deal? He gets double paid after what, I mean, it's on video what he did. And I'm not trying to condemn the guy or judge him overly, but, I mean, my goodness, you got firefighters running into a burning building. You got a cop hiding behind a pillar while there's an ongoing shooting at a high school. Kids. You could have gone in and tried to save them.
That doesn't happen anymore. That changed the rules because of that.
Well,
you do run in now.
You better. Thank you for listening to the Morgan Streetman Show. We hope you enjoyed what you heard, and if you did, please click like and subscribe to help us out. And remember that we recommend that you exercise your brain at least once a week.